See the whole table? Now you gotta match all these up like this. Spread these out in front. Spread these out. There's only a bunch of them because the camera can only see this. This camera you can see the whole thing, so just spread that all the way to the ends of the table. So add them lines. Add these lines on the end. Spread it out. Took the line out of the picture. That look a lot better. No, you were straight. Go back out. It's not centering correct. Turn that microphone on if you got it. Check. Check. Yeah. Spooky. Let's have it set up like this from now on. From now on, the table spread out. Even if I don't burn it, just leave some rocks in there. And just leave it like that from now on. All right, clap it up. Slag you for the delay. Got any questions online? Type them in. Questions in the room, y'all just raise your hand. Let me know. I got about 30 seconds before I start getting into my topic. I say it's good to know that wasn't really the lighting. It was the camera. Would have wasted about $200 on the whole lighting system. Just needed a new camera. The camera was $200 anyway, so it was like give or take, but So like come in and do that. That's what I'm saying. So I mean, you're never really done buying equipment. You know what I mean? Done buying equipment. You know what I mean? Done buying. All right. Any questions online? Y'all type them on them. You type them on there, type them on there. Somebody give me a Baruch 4-on-1. Well, actually, 1 second. Hold that. Thought young man Rob, I think I gave that to you last week. Let me see. Oh, yeah, 66 and 9. Oh, wow, you want that? Somebody give me Isaiah 66 and 9. Sharper nose. That's nice.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 66, verse 9.
Mm-hmm.
I can got it. Shall I bring to the birth and not cause to bring forth, said the Lord. Shall I cause to bring forth and shut the womb?
Shall I cause to bring forth and shut the womb? Just for to make this faster, y'all need to tell me what y'all want it for, so I ain't got to go back and forth with y'all in the chat. You say for the 2/3 breakdown. All right, so you want this for the 2/3, as y'all know, is the 2/3 that's going to be killed when Christ comes back. The 2/3 of our people that has nothing to do with the heathens. You understand? Read it again.
Kind. The book of Isaiah 66, verse 9. Shall I bring to the birth and not cause to bring forth? Shall the Lord, says the Lord, shall I cause to bring forth and shut the womb? Say thy God.
Go up to 5.
Kind. Verse 5. Hear the word of the Lord, ye that tremble at his sword, as his word. Your brethren that hated you, that cast you out for my name's sake, said, let the Lord be glorified. But he shall appear to your joy, and they shall be ashamed.
What does that mean? What is that talking about right there? You want to read it from the top one more time? Pay attention, y'all.
Come. Hear the word of the Lord,
Hear the word of the Most High, God.
ye that tremble at his word.
If ye that tremble, who is ye that tremble at his word? Uh-huh.
That it's us that has fear of the Lord in us.
Yeah, every man that this is talking about the men that have the fear of the Lord. You know what I mean? The men and women that fear the Lord, ye that tremble at his word. All right, read on.
Come. Your brethren that hated you,
Your brethren that hated you, good.
that cast you out for my name's sake.
What brethren hate you and cast you out for the Most High's name's sake? Who hates you and casts you away for the sake of because you love the Most High?
So like I said, is it the so-called Edomites?
That's not your brother. I know we covered that like a week ago or something, but don't let that confuse you like that's your brother. When it says brother in the Bible, it is not talking about Esau. Good, young man.
You mean the brothers that's in the world?
Right. So the brothers, that's correct. The brothers that's in the world, those men hate you. Those men hate you solely because you serve Christ. They have no other reason not to like you, not to get along with you no more. It's simply because you didn't show up Thanksgiving yesterday. That's it. Like the only reason they hate you with absolute pure hatred and they think is justified is because you didn't show up to virtual Thanksgiving yesterday and slice that virtual turkey with them because they all in the house because of coronavirus. Everybody in their own house and your family is still trying to persecute you for not showing up to Thanksgiving. It's ridiculous. Right? So those are the people in the world that hate you. Your brethren that hated you and cast you out because you love the Most High. Read on.
Okay. Said, let the Lord be glorified, but he shall appear to your joy, and they shall be ashamed.
But he shall, they said, let the Lord be glorified. Meaning them hating you, when they hate you, what did they think was happening? This is the reason why they hate you so much and they so confident in it. As they're hating you, what are they thinking?
I think they think that if you're right at the same time, if you're correct,
Say it again.
I think they think that you're correct in the back of their mind, even though that the devil inside of them don't want to believe it.
It's less of that and there's more of they think they right. It's the exact opposite. So they think, why are they talking about you? Because you're not at Thanksgiving. Why are they kicking your back in? And why are they still? Listen, they're gonna invite you to Christmas knowing you're not gonna show up, just so they could talk about how you didn't show up when they invited you, as if it's a sin. You understand? They're gonna talk about how stuck up you are, how selfish you are, how you take the Bible too serious. They're gonna say all of that stuff because they're gonna invite you to Christmas, knowing damn well you're not coming to Christmas, just so they could kick you back in when you don't show up at Christmas. You see, another year we done invited this Negro and he ain't show up again. You take the Bible too damn serious. You need to have some fun in his life. You need to lighten up because everything is a game to them. In their mind, they think they're doing the work of the Lord. In their mind, they think, let the Lord be glorified. I hate you because you don't celebrate Christmas because you won't carve this blood sacrifice turkey. And they think they're doing the Lord's work. You understand? It's the same way they think America is a God-fearing nation. And when they go to court, they think that when they do that, tell nothing but the truth, tell the truth and nothing but the truth, so help me God. They think that is literally bounding in the American court of law. They literally think that. They think that that is a real, that's a real covenant they entering into with the court. And that the devil who's over that court is going to keep it 100% honest with you and fair with you. It's the same way. It's the exact same way. They think that they are doing the work of the Most High by talking about you at Thanksgiving because you didn't show up, by sitting with child molesters at things like they're gonna have. Okay, so many problems. We have so many problems in our family. The morning of Thanksgiving, the morning of is you hate showing up. You thought it was gonna be you and the family members that you just kinda hate. Now it's you, the ones you kinda hate, and the ones you just extremely hate. Like when you see him, it was on site. You understand? You like, who the hell invited Butch? Who invited Butch? Who invited Uncle Butch? And Uncle Butch is just sitting there eating turkey, side eyeing you. You side eyeing Uncle Butch. Uncle Butch looking at Aunt Edna. I mean, y'all all just looking at each other like, who the hell invited this one? You understand? And they think that that's the work of the Lord being done by so-called putting their differences aside for one day and coming together to eat, the oppressor's meal, to eat on the holiday that the oppressor told you to cut turkey on. They think that that is doing the work of the Lord. Right? That also sounds like fake Israelites, where they put their differences aside for one day and have unity camps, and then go home and talk about how, did you hear that boy Karash? You hear him talking about something? You can't cover your head at camp. Man, I ain't never going back to camp with him. A year later, he's at camp with Karash all over again. It is the exact same thing. That's why being the fake Israelite is the exact same thing as being in the world. It's the exact same thing. You pretend to love people you don't care about. Get it?
So if I could, that sounds like exactly like the Christian church.
Oh yeah,
Because
100%.
like me learning this from experience. My grandmother used to go to church, and you know what I'm saying, like calling everybody sister, brother, and everything, and she catching the Holy Ghost,
Sister
and then
Mary and brother Reggie.
and then when she get back home, she calling, you know what I'm saying, her little circle, little gangster circle, and they start going in with everybody.
They call it the circle of the big hats. It's the circle of the big hats. If you go to church, every church, Pentecostal, Baptist, Episcopalian, you all have the big hat gang. The big hat gang is a gang of women who wear large sombrero looking hats. And at the end of church, they gang up in front of the church, and they the ones that's there. Church then let out at 12, 12:30. They still there at 1:15 in front of the church, running their mouth about everybody that's walking past them coming out the damn church. You understand?
I mean, literally every week this goes on.
Those are the
They
ones,
call
yeah.
each other. Did you see such and such? I'm like, oh.
Those are the ones. Those are the ones. You understand? Every church has them, and that is the proof. That being said, that's the proof that these people are evil. These people are wicked. You understand? That's the proof these people are wicked. In their mind, they saying, "Let the Lord be glorified. Let the Lord be glorified." He don't show up to church no more. Oh, he a devil. Let the Lord be glorified. That I'm rebuking him. You understand? He ain't show up to Thanksgiving. Let the Lord be glorified that we kicking his back in. Let the Lord be glorified that the Big Hat Gang is talking about Sister Edna every damn Sunday behind her back instead of actually trying to help the sister. Church is home of people that have problems talking about other people that have problems. That's the home of it. Nobody try to actually help nobody in the damn church. The church is just full of sickness. You understand? And if somebody has a sickness that you don't have, you make fun of their sickness while ignoring entirely your sickness. Ignoring entirely what's wrong with you. You're just talking about, Sister Edna can't keep a man. Sister Edna can't keep a man, but meanwhile, you can't stop your sons from down in the damn street. It's home with people who have problems, but when they talk about other people who have problems, they say, let the Lord be glorified. So they're saying they hate us, like the scriptures is saying that they cast you out because you love the Most High, because you won't be a part of that. You won't be a part of backbiting and gossip, false holidays, fraudulence. You won't be a part of any of that. And because you won't do none of the things that is popular to do, they'll say, let the Lord be glorified. Let the Lord be glorified that, he hates Satan, basically. Let the Lord be glorified that he don't come to the church. Because they think it's the work of the Most High that is like they're doing such a good job serving God, is keeping sinners like you away from the church. Or rather, a better way of thought is keeping evil people like you for trying to keep the law away from the church. How dare he try to keep the law? That is disgusting and evil. Doesn't he know Christ is the only person that could be perfect? You're disgusting trying to be like Christ. Let the Most High be glorified that we won't be around somebody that want to be perfect. That's church. That is also the people who sat around the Thanksgiving table yesterday. Those are the people who are going to sit around the Christmas ham on the 25th. Those are the people who are going to celebrate Kwanzaa and think that we African. The black people that's going to celebrate Kwanzaa thinking we African. What that run from like the 23rd to the 30th or something like that. They're going to sit through Kwanzaa the whole damn time, thinking that is let the Lord be glorified. When in reality, read that last line again. But he
shall appear to your joy, and they shall be ashamed.
But he shall appear to your joy. So when the Most High come back, and Christ, when he send Christ back, it's going to be to your joy. So when Christ come back, and if you serving Christ, you know your head ain't gonna roll down the street. You understand? Your head ain't gonna be the one that roll down the street. So Christ come back today, you gonna be the one in joy. You're gonna be the one rejoicing. They'll be the ones that's ashamed for thinking they ever served the Most High when they obviously did not. All right, read verse 6.
Verse 6. A voice of noise from the city, and a voice from the temple, a voice of the Lord that rendereth recompense to his enemies.
Some noise from the city, a voice from the temple, a voice of the Lord that rendereth recompense to his enemies. Good.
Before verse 7, before she travailed, she brought forth. Before her pain came, she was delivered of a man child. Verse 8, who hath heard such a thing? Who hath seen such things? Shall the earth be made to bring forth in one day? Or shall a nation be born at once? For as soon as Zion travailed, she brought forth her children. Verse 9.
So what is Zion? It says, who have heard such a thing, who have seen such things. It's just talking about what was it? What did I say? It was analogy, whatever that was. Whatever that word is. This is let me see. 1 second. Metaphors, I like it. Sure. All right, man. I done did the damn thing. And then we did this last time. I went through the damn words. The metaphor here is for a woman that is in child labor, right? A woman that's in labor. This is before she travailed, before she brought forth. Give me 1 second. And before she travailed, I mean, before she went in pain, before she brought forth, before she gave birth to the child, and it says it again, before her pain came, she was delivered of a man child. Who hath heard such a thing? Who hath seen such things? Shall the earth be made to bring forth in one day, or shall a nation be born at once? For as soon as Zion travailed, she brought forth her children. So as soon as Zion was in pain, she brought forth her children. I'm gonna have to get clarification on this. I do think I know what it's saying, but let me just ask. It's better for me to ask. Read verse 9. See if 9 comes out.
Shall I bring to the birth and not cause to bring forth? Said the Lord.
Shall I get you like my can I have you? Should I have you pregnant? Should I bring you to birth and not cause you to give birth to the baby? Should I get you pregnant and not? This is the metaphor, of course, and I'm gonna see if I could catch it. What it's actually talking about? Good.
Shall I cause to bring forth and shut the womb? Said thy power.
Said the Most High. Shall I have you give birth to that baby and shut your womb? Said the Most High power. Read on.
Verse 10. Rejoice ye with Jerusalem, and be glad with her, all ye that love her. Rejoice for her, rejoice for joy with her, all ye that mourn for her. 11. That ye may suck and be satisfied with the breast of her consolations, that ye may milk out and be delighted and with the abundance of her glory.
I believe this is talking about at a later date. This is talking about the kingdom. But let me just get some clarification as far as what it's saying for you and 9. Shall I bring to the birth? Now, I know your question. I can answer your question actually right now. Your question as far as is this referring to the 1,000 years coming back and we won't stop producing? This is not referring to not coming back to the 2/3 coming back while we still producing. If I'm getting your question right, you said 1,000 years coming back if we won't stop reproducing. Meaning, how is it going to take them 1,000 years to come back if we're not going to stop reproducing? We're still going to be having children. That's because, like I said the last time, so I did answer this the last time. All the spirits that the Most High has is not sent back immediately. Give me 1 Corinthians 15. I'll still give you some clarification on Isaiah 66. But the reason why the 2/3 is going to come back, this is not referring to that. The reason why the 2/3. Oh, okay. So you said you got it. All right, no sweat. I ain't gotta pull that. I'm gonna just paraphrase it. The reason why the 2/3 ain't gonna come back immediately, don't have to come back immediately, and we can still give birth to children, is because not every spirit of ours that has ever existed is on this earth right now. It does not tell you how many spirits the Most High made when He created people. You understand that? Nothing is new on the earth. Everything gets recycled. Is reincarnation. I mean, if you are here right now, you were here before. But there's no telling when the Most High is going to send you back down. You understand that? There's no telling. You could die today, die tomorrow, and come back in 2090. You understand? You could come back in 2400. You understand? And the population like 7 billion right now. The population could be 500 million. And they're going to say the earth right now, they talking about something might not be enough food for people. We just keep growing and blah, 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 blah. 1,000 years, it might be 500 million people on earth because the Most High decided to stop sending people back. White people, their birth rates is going through the floor, if you haven't noticed. So they already not getting sent the hell back down here. Now, white people gonna be destroyed altogether, but they already Like that's a perfect example of the Most High don't have to send you back down. You understand that? You don't have to send your spirit back down to be reincarnated again. He can just hold it for as long as he feel like it. All right. But he said I answered this question, so I ain't gonna go no deep into it unless y'all got a question about what I said. Give me what I asked for. I said Baruch 4:1. Any other questions online? Y'all post them.
Baruch 4:1.
Yeah, Baruch 4:1.
This is the book of Baruch, chapter 4, verse 1. This is the book of this is the book of the commandments of Yahweh, and the law that endures forever, and all they that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die.
There's a problem in the earth right now as far as the coronavirus is concerned, as far as who your president is might be concerned. There's uproar on the earth. Everybody is going through it, going through hell. But see, what you need to understand is there's something that remains constant throughout everything that's been going on. There's something that was constant when we first touched America, 1492. Before then, if you really look into the records, when we first touched America as slaves, or when we touched America when we just migrated here. You understand? Either or. There's always been some issue or some problem going on in this country, or some issue or some problem we was at. But there's one thing that remains constant. It's not your money, right? It may not be your friends. It may not be your enemies. Your friends switch, your enemies switch. The only thing that will never change is the Most High. The Lord and the Lord's law will never change. And that is always a constant. Whether you take it back to Adam, take it back to David, take it back to when we was in Europe, ruling on the kingdom, ruling on, those kingdoms. No matter where you take it to, when we was in West Africa with all that damn gold we had back then, before they stole us over here, no matter where you talk about, your money might be different, the kingdom might be different, your friends and your enemies might be different, your president might be different, there might be a different virus in the earth, there might be black plague was going on in Europe. You see what I'm saying? They called the whole damn era the what they call it? The Dark Ages. They called the whole damn era the Dark Ages simply because they weren't on the throne. So because they wasn't on the throne, it's like this is hell. This is hell on earth because there's a black man sitting in the king's chair. This is hell on earth. And that should let you know right there that you will never be able to get along with this man. He got off the throne for a little while. A small amount of time, he got off the throne. You got on the throne. And he said, this is surely hell on earth. Surely. That should be all the proof you need to know that you will never get along with this man. But the only thing that is constant is the law of the Most High. So you worried about coronavirus. There's a big uproar because the virus came out, the vaccine came out from Pfizer and from Regeneron. And then there's a third vaccine out. There's three different coronavirus vaccines out. If you want to take the vaccine, take the damn vaccine. If you think that if you are afraid of coronavirus, or if you think the coronavirus could potentially harm you, take the vaccine. Not even afraid. If you think it could potentially harm you, take the vaccine. Because the only thing that's going to change, like I said, Ebola was here, Zika was here, swine flu was here. All these viruses have been floating around the damn earth. But you know what has not changed? The ghetto is still horrible to live in. It is disgusting to live in the ghetto. Like your opportunities, believe it or not, your opportunities are limited because you live in the ghetto, because you don't see anything outside of your ghetto. So you don't even know what the hell is in the world. You don't know that there's people not walking around at 2 a.m. having to pump fake because you don't know the damn car. You don't know that. You don't know that you can go to the gas station at 12 midnight in this neighborhood because this neighborhood doesn't have the problems you have in your neighborhood. You don't even know these things because we're stuck in the ghetto. The ghetto has been the ghetto. There's a wonderful picture that be floating around the internet from when these real pictures from the ghetto when Bush was president, Clinton was president, Obama was president, Trump. And everybody want to be in such a damn uproar, like, oh, Clinton with the 3 strikes, Bush did 9/11, Obama was good though. Trump is always racist. Biden's going to be good though. Y'all be back and forth with these damn presidents, failing to realize that the ghetto looked exactly the same when all of them was in office. It don't look no different. I have not seen you show me the de-escalation of black men going to prison when the president get in office, and maybe I'll care who's in office. But you're not showing me that. You can't show me that the numbers of crack, because not just simply dropping, the numbers of crack addicts and overdoses in our community going lower because of who's in office. You're not showing me that. You understand? You're not showing me that. I have not seen the effects of any president hit the ghetto. I have seen them bail out Wall Street. I have seen them bail out the auto industry. I have seen them bail out the banks. So people that are in banking and their life is Wall Street, you should care about who's your president. Absolutely, because your president directly affects your life. But if you live in the ghetto, your president, whoever's over America, does not directly affect your life. For you brothers who want to join the police force, we was dying before cameras came out by the cops. So please, that I'm gonna change it from inside is garbage. It's garbage. You know your daddy said that too. Your daddy said that too. Now your daddy about 65 with a bad knee and a bullet fragment in his back, and he did not get shot for a good purpose. You understand? Your daddy said the same thing. Joining the police force is not going to fix it, because there's only one thing that can fix black people, and that's the law of God. Because the law of God is the only thing that doesn't change. Your chief of police changes. The president changes every 4 to 8 years. Your senators change, I believe, every 6 years. Like, it's ridiculous. Nobody's even in, like, imagine this. Imagine you say thou shalt not murder. Imagine president get in office and he wants to repeal thou shalt not murder. You understand? America's law is about as meaningful as a piece of paper. Once you rip it, it's done. It's done. That Constitution means as much as the paper is written on, which is nothing. It means nothing. You understand? It means absolutely nothing. When they choose to turn a law around, they turn it around. They say you cannot have prejudice housing. They gave gay people houses and said only gay people can have the houses because they're endangered. Whatever a law fits them, they'll turn it around. So you obviously need something more concrete than that. Obviously, what affects you ain't the president and when he repeals the Second Amendment or when he upholds the Second Amendment. What affects you is the fact that you keep killing somebody for stepping on your $300 sneakers. You keep killing somebody because they from 24th and you're from 27th. That's what's harming you and your people, us, our people. You understand that? What's harming us is the fact that we think there's a difference between the ghetto, the barrios, and the reservations. That's what's harming us. What harms us is things that the Bible addresses, not things that the American Constitution addresses, not things that Trump or Biden or Barack Obama would have addressed. None of that. That's not what harms us. Because I got a news flash. As much as Clinton is the damn devil for doing what he did with that crime bill, and Biden is probably only second to Clinton as far as the crime bill go. A lot of us don't know that, but he is a huge component on crime on black people. Of course, until now, because now that he's president, he's going to mask it and make it seem like he is all for the BLG BTQ ABC agenda, which is the black plus the alphabet boys, because they keep trying to tie us in with the like our plight is the same. Like somebody shackled them for 400 years and forced them to pick cotton. They'll tie the agendas together. The only thing that remains the same is the law of God. Because if you follow the law of God, the crime bill wouldn't even affect you. What are you going to jail for? Selling crack. Why are you selling crack? What are you going to jail for? Stealing from the store, from the bodega. Why are you robbing a bodega? You understand? It don't make no damn sense. That 3 strikes, you wouldn't have a strike. You'd have no reason to be in jail. Read verse 2 in the done you. Matter of fact, read verse 1 again.
It's the book of Baruch, chapter 4, verse 1. This is the book of the commandments of the Most High, and the law that endureth forever. All they that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die.
All they that keep is going to come to life. But if you leave it, you shall die. You understand what that means?
Right.
That means that it's not Clinton's crime law that got you locked up. Although he is the devil for passing that, knowing that the conditions that they put us in America would get us locked up. That ain't the sole, that's not the real sole reason you got locked up. The reason you got locked up is because y'all want to balance it out, take advantage of the space. So like Bakaria, you can slide back a little bit. Stuff like that. You know what I mean? You don't want to be too far up on the officer doing security. He needs space to react. No. Y'all gotta come like front back, like rows. Slide this. I know. Daniel, you using that shit. If you're gonna use it though, I'm
using this one.
All right, no. So I need him to have enough space to react if he needs to. Y'all too close to him.
You want him to sit right here?
Y'all can handle that. Y'all know how to sit. I'm saying I need the officer that's on security to have enough space. That's not an issue. Bakari, just slide up a bit. That's fine. Slide that chair over a little bit. I just want him to have the space he needs. You understand? The law is integral for keeping you out of prison. It keeps you from death. As much as we lament and we mourn and we preach about our brothers dying and trying to stop it, brother, the reason why our oppressor the reason why our oppressor, the reason the oppressor is choking us out over cigarettes, shooting us for having a toy gun, because we got Skittles in our hand and the hood on in the wrong neighborhood, because we owe child support, because he felt scared. The reason why he's doing that is because we don't follow the law of God. We don't follow the law of God. Like if you follow the law of God, we wouldn't even be in this country. Take it far back as that. We wouldn't even be in this country if we followed the law of God. Okay. Now we in this country being subject to all these penalties for not following the law of God. It's penalties. That's what it is. All right. Drop that. Give me Jeremiah 17:4.
Come.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 17 and verse 4. Mm-hmm. Or have it. And thou, even thyself, shall discontinue from thy heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thy enemies in a land which thou knowest not.
And thou, even ourselves, you want to discontinue from your heritage. The fact that we think we Black Americans and Hispanic Americans, like I want to talk to my Hispanic brothers because they don't even identify as Hispanic Americans no more. They just checking white on the damn forms now. I don't know what the hell is going on. It's the same thing. Like we checking African, right? You done went to 23andMe, Ancestry.com. They done told you from Uganda and your great granddaddy was named Ubuntu. And now all of a sudden on the ethnicity form, you checking African. And just yesterday, you was a field nigga. Just yesterday. As soon as the DNA test came back, you and Ubuntu was just inseparable. Mawasar?
Yes, sir. If I may, sir. Now a lot. If I don't know if you paid attention to some of this, but a lot of these Northern Kingdom brothers and sisters from the tribe of Simeon and Ephraim, a lot of them is saying they Afro Latino and Latina now. They
100% correct though.
Yeah.
They should say that.
Yeah, calm, sir.
There's not a problem with them saying that. You want to refrain from using Northern Kingdom too. You want to use phrases that bring us together. So you want to say Simeonites, you know what I'm saying, or Dominican, stuff like that. But I understand what you're saying though. Yeah, yes, but that is 100% proper for them to say. They can say that. If you gonna call yourself a damn African American, they can call themselves Afro Latino or Afro Latina. They can 100% could do that, and I encourage it.
The afro would be a hairstyle, correct?
Afro is a hairstyle, but what they said they trying to say African, Latino, right? Like it's a way. It is all the way on the left side, and it's in the world, but it's damn near like a way for them to say they black. You understand? Without saying they black, because being black just has nothing positive that comes along with it. Like you say you black, the world just makes your life harder with a snap of his finger. Like you black. Oh, okay. Yeah, like it's like now we know. You understand? So that's why they used to check. I know back in the day, like back in the day when I mean like 5-6 years ago, not more than that, like a decade ago, really. It was like heavy. They checking white. It would just check white. It may have been going along longer, but they just check white. Just check white because it's simpler, right? It makes them be accepted more. Less problems. Less issues. It's the same way how we used to try to pass for white. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes he was actually black, meaning the mother may have been white and some field slave ran up in a white woman or something like that. And the mother will be white. And we'll try to pass for whether it's a man or a woman. We'll go around the world trying to pass for white. We will go around. We was passing because if you tell me I'm going to get paid triple what I get paid now, and I won't have to duck every time I see the cops, and I could go into any restaurant I please. Of course, we don't care. We're not Martin Luther King, so we don't care about the swimming pool restaurant problem. But you telling me basically my life is just 100 times easier if I walk through the world and say I'm white and I come from getting my back beat, or I come from watching my father get his back beat and everybody else I know get their back beat. You might run around saying you white too. If you have no integrity, you might run around saying you white for the easy life.
It was two things. I forgot the other one, but the one my mother named me, the name that she named me. My first name is Roy. I ain't gonna get into the last one, but my first name is Roy, right? So I asked her why.
You see, repeat it again like they got same first name, right?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I asked her like, why would you name me that? Like my brother's name is Yahis. He got the Native American name. Why would you name him that and not name me? You know what I'm saying? Something close to that. So she comes from North Carolina. Grew up in a shack with like 19 other relatives. The point was that she seen how hard it was that it was to get a job with names like Yahis or Mustafa or something a black
something that we associate with black, right?
So she named me that so I can get a job.
But yeah, like it's the same way. Like it's like that scene in Roots where they beat Kunta until he said his name was Toby is very real. It's very real. Our parents come from the South. Some of our parents come from areas like Chicago. Like back in the 40s, there was a migration there in the 20s. So some of us come from Chicago back to the east, or some of us go out to the west from there. You see what I'm saying? Like, and in these areas, what we'll try to do is we'll try to get names that are white. You know what I'm saying? For our children, or get American names. Get an American name, it gives you the sense of, look, he's going to grow up to be a devout Christian. You see what I'm saying? A devout American Christian who loves his country. You see what I'm saying? You've never met an FBI agent named Yais. You never will. You never will. They just won't trust you. They're going to think you're the bomber for, you're the bomber for one of the Middle Eastern countries, or they're going to think that you're a black nationalist undercover. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You don't love the white man. You don't love me enough. Your name Yais. You can't love me enough. Like that's impossible. That is 100% impossible. Now your name Roy. Now I might be able to put you on the payroll. I might be able to, assign you to security. You know what I mean? Secret security detail. You can walk around with Trump, all that, because your name Roy. Your name Roy. You know what I'm saying? But that's exactly how they think. That's what they did. That's why they showed that scene in Roots, because that is exactly what went on. They beat you out of your culture, out of your heritage, like it says in Jeremiah 17:4. They'll beat the heritage out of you and then name you something that is just wholesome American, good Christian, will never disobey whatever is published in America. You'll never go against America. America say, they put in the textbooks in 2019 or 2018, whatever year that was, slavery was a job choice. Oh, yeah, slavery was a job choice. Yeah. You'll never go against that. You'll never do it because you're a wholesome, devout, cultureless person. You understand that? When you don't have a culture, you leech onto what's in front of you. That's what you do. Everybody wants a sense of belonging. That's why Chinese people come over here and the parents make it paramount. It is very important for them to have Buddha everywhere in the damn house. The Chinese store, as soon as you walk and you go to the counter, is one big golden Buddha on a damn table. He might have candy in him. He might just be a statue. Who knows? But it's a big Buddha on the damn table. And it never fails. If you go to an Indian restaurant, they got everything. The signs, like mad. I don't know the names of their stuff, but they got like Indian ornaments hanging from the ceiling, and they make sure that wherever they go, they take that culture and they take that heritage. Like the scriptures say, this makes this the worst captivity because you've never forgot your heritage before. Never. But now that you're here, they through trial and error, which is what makes this evil and why they have to die. Through trial and error of enslaving, having you free, enslaving, having you free, they realize the real way to enslave you is to make you forget that you're somebody that shouldn't be enslaved. Right. Just make them forget. Beat the culture out of them. Take their culture. Take the culture from them. Anybody that knows it, kill them. Anybody that tries to relearn it, kill them. Anybody that tries to read this in its entirety and not we spoon feed them, kill them or make them look crazy. Either or. Kill them or make them look crazy, which is why they try to do the I.S.U.P.K. because we're protected by God. They can't kill us, so they try to make us look crazy. They put us on the Southern Poverty Law Center. They done did everything. They try to discredit us and make us look retarded, basically. Make us look like we have an issue because we read the Bible, not how the church reads the Bible. So we have an issue according to them. You understand? But like Jeremiah 17:4 says, it says, you shall discontinue from the heritage that I gave thee. Read that next line. And I.
Come on, sir. And I will cause thee to serve thy enemies in the land which thou knowest not.
I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not. You don't know this land. That's very obvious. We did not know this land before we came here. We did not know this land. This land was famous for being uninhabited. Uninhabited before we came here. And we serve our enemies here. We definitely serve our enemies because we have just voted. We just sat there and voted 80 million strong for Biden. 80 million strong. That is the highest number ever for any president. Really. More than Obama. More than Obama. That's why Trump is screaming fraud. How did this old, decrepit, dusty thing get 80 million votes when Obama, the self-proclaimed, the holy grail black, knew that he was Christ. He was Christ. Who was that famous person? Somebody called him the second coming of Christ.
It was Jamie Foxx, sir, as well.
You sure?
Mm-hmm.
Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx said that. It was somebody else too, but Jamie Foxx, they running around calling him Christ. Like he was these. They said he was. Now he was like. They said he is the second coming. It is much like how Jamaicans, the Benjamites, tried to say Haile Selassie was the second coming of Christ. Like not like meaning, oh, he's doing things great. They said he was Christ. So much so that a woman got on a documentary and lied talking about he waved to the crowd coming off the airplane and she saw the holes in his hand. I'm like, I'm reading the Bible. I'm like, well, when you get reincarnated, you get a different body. So I'm like, that don't make no damn sense. But according to her, Haile Selassie stepped off the plane, did one of these here, like how the British do. One of these little hand turn things saying hi to the people, and she saw the holes in his hand from when he was on the cross. What is this? 2,000 years ago. Okay. All right. That was Christ. That's about as true as Obama being Christ. Meaning they're both lies. They're both lies. Obama was not Christ. Obama did more for gays than anybody in the history of ever. Obama was better for gays than Sodom and Gomorrah. Like Obama, like Sodom and Gomorrah was just a gay town. Just everything was just everywhere doing whatever they wanted. Obama was like a living, walking Sodom and Gomorrah. Like, I got you. I got this. I got you. And like the general brought out a couple weeks ago, Biden really was the one that pushed it. Biden is the one that was like, yo. And it was funny when the general brought it out. And Biden just up and said, like, let me tell you something. You will never, for y'all who think Obama was black, let me give you, I'm gonna give you and say he black, right? Let me say he black. If Obama was black. They still didn't let him run this country because when it was time to make a crucial decision on are we gonna let gays have the rights that single people make? And he was like, I don't know, that don't sound right. They got their white savior Biden to come through and say, yes, we will do it. He ain't in charge of nothing. He answered to him. He ain't in charge of nothing. He said, yeah, we will. We will. Forced Obama to get on television and back him up and say, well, my position's evolving. It's evolving. You know, it's changing now. It's changing because the people who run this country said, you will let gay people get married. That's what you will do. You will do that. So the people that really think Obama was black, a Negro, his ancestors stepped off the boat. You really think Obama was black? He still ain't run nothing. He didn't run a damn thing. The biggest thing he did in this country was regarding, the LGBTQ community. And what he did was help them expand and take to the point where you're not the oppressed in this country no more, according to media. Now it's them. Now it's them. You were getting killed so much in the damn streets. They had to find a way to take you off of being the oppressed. Like, okay, they're dying. They're dying in the streets at a large number. If we don't stop the airing, don't stop killing them. If we don't stop this from being on Fox News every night, we're going to have riots and looting like we did with George Floyd. So obviously they had to do what? They had to make the LGBTQ community the most hated people in the country. LGBTQ is just, their public enemy number one. It's them. They're it. They're up next. They're the ones up next for execution. Protect them at all costs. Purchase them their own apartment complex and, put them up safe somewhere. Oof. Because the straight people are so violent. Read on the bio. I need you to be up.
Sir. For ye have kindled a fire in my anger, which shall burn forever.
Ye have kindled a fire in my anger, which shall burn forever. Good. Oh, it's like that was that one. Ye have kindled a fire in my anger, which shall burn forever. Give me Ecclesiastes 17:11. Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha 17:11. That fire is going to burn forever. Now, the only way to make that fire stop is to follow the law of the Most High. It's a sad thing when the Most High look down at the ghetto and see everybody on crack. You think he smiles? You think he's happy? You think he's happy? Like y'all got this so confused. Like on one hand, you got people who claim they don't believe in God, saying if God was real, how could he allow all this? And then on the other hand, you got people that believe in God saying God is merciful. God is merciful. God gave you that battle. God put you on crack because he knew you could fight that crack. He knew. So he gave you crack. Not only give you crack, he laced your crack. He laced your crack with something worse than crack. He gave you fentanyl. He put some fentanyl in your crack. He turned your crack up. No, he turned your crack up. He turned it up because he knew that although that is one of the most addictive substances in the world that could kill you, you would beat it. That's why he put you on crack. God did that. You have two people saying that. You have the extremists saying God is, if there's a God and he's allowing all this, is horrible. And then you got the ones saying, oh, God put you on crack because he don't, what's that Christian saying? He give his strongest soldiers the biggest fight or some garbage like that. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Some garbage. Oh no, that's a very Christian saying. He give his strongest soldiers the biggest fight. That's very Christian. That's very Christian. That's code word for please help me, I'm weak. That's code. That's what that's code word for. That is code word for please help me, I am weak. Please, I can't get off the crack. Help me. Help. And of course, Edna is in the damn church. Just, Oh, you got it, Jerome. And as soon as you walk by with your damn crack limp and you all, your shoes busted up, Salakia, you walk past Edna, she just turned around to the big hat crew. I see Jerome today. Smelling. That's the damn shame. His mama should have raised him right. His mama right next to him. His mama coming out to church next. Please. Give me what I asked for. Ecclesiasticus.
The book,
In the Apocrypha. Ecclesiasticus 17 and 11.
the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 17, verse 11. All Akim have it. Beside this is gave them knowledge.
Besides this, he gave them knowledge. Besides this, go ahead. Read 9. Matter of fact, read 8. Start at 8.
Come, sir. He set his eyes upon thy hearts, that he might sue them, show them
Show, same thing, good.
the greatness of his works.
Good.
He gave them to glory in his marvelous acts forever, that they might declare his works with understanding.
Meaning he gave you the Bible and he gave you everything he did. Look, he had mercy on you, and he made sure the story of when we escaped Egypt was in there, and he made sure he did all that so that when you read this, you understand his power and the power you have when you are with him. He did all of this. He gave you this book. He didn't give you this book because he wants you, because he said you got to read. I mean, he didn't give you the book because Nabaya. Some water on your face out. Some water on your face out. You say he ain't give you this book. He ain't give you this book simply because he wants you to read 5 pages a day. If you don't read 5 pages a day, it's a sin. That ain't why he gave you the damn book. He gave you the book because when you look in this book, this ain't no damn fairy tale. It's not a fantasy. This is literally you. This is you in the past. This is you. When the Bible says we looking at these things so we can learn from them, that is 100% true. You look at these situations as you. When Samson fell because of Delilah, look at that as you. Like, oh, I will never deal with a heathen woman because we obviously did it in the past. And look what happened. Look at it as you. Stop looking at it as a damn story for you to tell your kids. You read your story, Little Red Riding you read your kids, or you read your kids Little Red Riding Hood at night. This ain't Little Red Riding Hood. This ain't the big bad wolf blowing you. This ain't the 3 little pigs. This ain't none of that. This is real life. This is real life. The problem is they made it seem like a damn comic book because of how they read it in church. They read it in church. The pastor go, give me Luke 1 and 21. Then it never reads the scripture. Never. He been in the service for 45 minutes and they pull a scripture, but that damn collection plate then went around like 5 times. That's the problem. Make sure it's like it's a joke. It's a damn joke. Because how could you possibly read? Like, it gives your mind conflict. How could you possibly read about somebody like David and then be looking at him, looking at him read it to you? Him. Look at the pastor read it, talking about and David was a mighty man after the Lord's own heart, and David grabbed the lion by his beard, and David killed Goliath. And you looking at this half a homo, like, it causes conflict in your minds, where either you leave the church or you just jump all the way in. There's no in between with church. You either leaving or you jumping all the way in because you got some half a homo reading you about the strongest, best men to ever walk the earth. That is not, you can't even fit that in your brain like that. It don't work. The Most High gave you this so you can understand his marvelous acts, not so you can be confused because the pastor don't know what the hell he's talking about. That they might declare his works with understanding. I mean, you say this with confidence. You don't let nobody shake you. Don't let nobody shake you when you reading this, when you breaking this down to somebody, you in a corner, you with confidence. Don't let nobody come up there, y'all garbage. Yeah, it's all right. We know. It's all right. We understand. The perks is hitting today, ain't it? We know. Your perk, it just dropped, didn't it? It just dropped. It just hit your system. I know, because you look like it. You're foaming from the damn mouth. I understand, brother. Them drugs is good. I know. Go ahead. But when you come down, When you do come down, understand we still gonna be here because what we telling you is accurate. What we telling you is correct. You understand that? We're telling you is correct because we say it. We don't say it because we want to read a fairy tale in the corner. We say it because we understand it completely. We understand the whole Bible. We don't understand part of the Bible. We understand the whole damn thing. Read on. Read on. I need you to keep your place.
Yeah, so like you said. Verse 10. And the elect shall praise his holy name.
Uh-huh.
Beside this, he gave them knowledge
Uh-huh.
and the law of life for an heritage.
Gave them knowledge and the law of life for an heritage. I mean, damn, like, would you really vote? Like, would you vote for Biden if you just paid attention to what he was saying on TV? Like, be honest. Like, damn. Like, I mean, damn. If you ever watch, like, I don't care about America. Please, I watch half this stuff I watch on TV because I know that the rest of us do, and I gotta bring it out, and I.S.U.P.K gotta debunk it. I.S.U.P.K got to tell you what's right and what's wrong. If not for that, I promise you, I probably would not be watching no damn CNN, Fox. I wouldn't have watched none of them damn debates. I wouldn't know Trump was screaming fraud. I wouldn't know none of that. You understand? I wouldn't know not a damn thing of it, but somebody got to tell a damn truth and herb. Did you really vote because you listened carefully to each candidate and you saw the one that offered the better path for you? No, you're not. You're not. You're voting because somebody told you you have an obligation to vote. Please. Somebody told you vote or die. Who the hell was it? The celebrities? That was them this year. That was them talking about some vote or die. While they naked on camera. Naked on camera. Every woman covering her breasts and covering her vagina talking about some vote or die. Vote or die. Like, if that's not the most blatant disrespect to you, like, I can control you by putting my naked body on the on camera. If I put my naked body on camera, you'll do what I tell you to. If that's not like just a spit in the face to you, is like damn. Like damn. And then the men is getting up there naked too. They getting up there naked talking about some bow to die. Are done you?
On the issue of voting, I was going to say a lot of it was voter intimidation coming from your peers and your family.
Yeah, sometimes you just scared because what happens if you the one that don't vote? Oh God, oh Lord, no, I could tell you what happened. Let me tell you what Black Woman was doing online. I know it's not all y'all sisters. Some of y'all are lovely. Some of y'all know better than to vote. Some of y'all know better than to accuse Black men of your problems. Some of you know better than to accuse Black men of the problems that plague Black people. Some of you know better. Some of you know that we have an eternal enemy that is ruling over us, that is determined to see us dead. Some of y'all know that, and I will give y'all the credit that y'all are due on this live stream. However, brother, there was so many sisters online, and this is a phrase going around right here. Black men are the white men of Black people. Meaning we are as destructive to Black people as the white man is to the rest of Earth. Brother, you know that the white man put a, like, how can I describe it? If the Earth was, what's a big hole? What's a big hole? If the Earth was a parking lot, and you had a damn, what's that thing? A pothole in your parking lot, like a small parking lot, one car parking lot, parking garage, whatever. And the pothole was in there. Do you know the white man put a hole that big in the side, like inside of the ozone, like adjusted. So the Earth is this big. The white man did this. He put a hole about that big in the ozone layer. You talking about we that bad? I mean, damn, what did I do to you? What the hell did we do? What did we do other than get beat, shot, and killed, molested and raped and pedophiled just like you? What the hell did we do? What did we do? It's intimidation. Because what was the next thing that this was being said before voting came around? This was like 2017, 2018, 19. Now what was being said? Actually, what was being said back then too, because that's when Trump got in office, was Black men are solely responsible for Trump getting in office. I said, excuse me? Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Like I just pulled up the numbers. It was like really that simple. And actually, if you want, they said the same thing this go around. And this go around, less black men voted for Trump than they did 4 years ago, and more black women voted for Trump this time than they did 4 years ago. But do you know that the narrative was the same? Black men are the white men of black people. Black men are responsible for Trump being in office. I wish I could pull this screenshot up I had, but I don't know where the hell that thing is at. I had some women talk about, what did she say? A black man had to block some woman for physically abusing him, like block on social media. Black woman was abusing a black man. He had to block her. Somebody saw that and said she did that because black men are scary. So what you're saying is that we are the white men of black people. But when you're scared, you can take a pot of hot grits and bust us upside our head. That sounds like when the cops are scared, they can take the gun and unload it into your car windshield 104 times because, you know, they was afraid. They was afraid. Brother, none of this is understanding. None of this is knowledge. None of this is knowledge. None of this is wisdom. None of this is smart. None of this is smart. You didn't vote for Biden because Biden was a good choice. You voted for Biden because you hated Trump. If you voted for Trump, you didn't vote for Trump because he's positive for black people. You voted for Trump because you were tired of voting for Democrats. That's it. There's no, oh, I believe this one is so good. Oh, I believe that one. Y'all didn't watch nothing. You watched nothing. Because when we was watching debates, they both sounded stupid. Both of them. Both of them sounded slow. Biden sounded like he had Alzheimer's, and Trump just sounded like he don't know why the hell he president, but he got the job, so let me wing it when I get up there. Good.
Sir, I was watching one of the sirs, an officer from I think Philadelphia, Delaware, and he had brought it out. I think it was Philadelphia or Delaware, one of the officers. He brought it out. He said that Biden thought that he got Alzheimer's. He thought he was voting for senator. He was running for senator instead of president.
Brother Biden thought his son on stage was his daughter. He thought his son on stage was his daughter. He thought his daughter was his wife. He thought that his jacket was an Eagles jacket and it was a Delaware State jacket. Like he thought that, what was the number? 200. He thought 200 million people died, or 100 million. At that sounds like 100,000. He thought 100 million people died from COVID. Like what does he know? What does he know? He don't know who the hell his own daughter is. He knows what the ghetto was like. You gonna tell me you voted for him to improve the conditions in the ghetto when he don't know who the hell his daughter is? When his son is a crackhead? When his son was sleeping with his niece? Like you're gonna convince me that you voted for him because he's good for the ghetto. You can't convince me of that. Trump has told more lies than the only thing that eclipses his lies is the treaties that the white man broke with the Indians. Trump has just told lie after lie after lie after lie. And you're going to tell me that the reason you voted for him is because he honestly wants to help black people when all he does is lie. Is that what you're going to tell me? It just sounds like we voted because it was portrayed to us, vote or die. Vote or die, not vote because you're smart. Because if you were smart, you would have saw what we've been saying ever since 1969, that your oppressor cannot save you. You voted for Clinton. He did everything in power to put your daddy in jail. Like, please. Clinton made sure it was a single parent household. Bush made sure After the men got kicked out and they wanted to feel like men, so they went to war, he made sure they died in Afghanistan by keeping the war there for longer than was necessary. Just had you in Afghanistan playing with your damn hair. He get out of office. Obama made sure that as the men came back from war, they were ill-equipped to raise their sons, and their sons were already raging homos. I want to say the double F word, the flaming Fs, but I can't because it's YouTube. Yeah, that's what I want to say, but I can't. You understand? That's what Obama made sure. He made sure of that. Trump made sure black men and black women feel more disconnected because he's in office. Simply because he's in office, it's a debate over who put him in office. It doesn't matter. Does it matter? Do it really matter? Because what did he do? Oh, you would have put Hillary in office. What did her husband do again? Exactly. It's never a choice. Your president is never a good choice. Hillary Clinton, Donald Trump, no good choices. Donald Trump, Joe Biden, no good choices. Whoever the hell Joe Biden run against in 2024 will not be a good choice. You understand? But you know what you're going to do? You're going to vote Joe because he's blue. Like, y'all as bad as the damn gangbangers. You voters is just as bad as the gangbangers y'all voting to have put in jail. You're just as bad. You vote Biden because he blue. If that's all it takes to be a damn, why ain't y'all make Tukey the damn president? I don't understand that. If all it takes is for you, why wasn't Tukey Williams president? Why didn't y'all take him off of death row and make him the damn president? All you gotta do is be blue. I mean, damn.
It's a lot, just to put that out there. I didn't know Kanye West was a candidate. He had 300,000 votes.
Yeah, Kanye was a damn candidate.
I never knew that.
Yeah, he dropped Yeezus. He's qualified. Give me Hosea 4:6. He's qualified. He dropped Yeezus. If you drop Yeezus, don't you know that's in the Constitution? If you drop an album within 5 years of running for office, you official. You official. You good. You are obviously a real candidate that should be voted for. You're real. You're valid. You're real. The fact that Kanye could be put on that damn ticket at all is proof that you should not vote for anybody on that damn ticket. Kanye done went through all the time. Kanye was pro-black, mother died, he switched pro-white. Then he mental breakdowns in public, and he sell you clothes that's half made, and now he on your political ticket.
Salaki, so if I could, he had 300,000 votes.
I understand.
That's a lot.
I understand. And everybody that voted for him was a sneakerhead. Everybody that voted for him buys Yeezys. They buy Yeezys. They have closets full of Yeezys. Everyone that voted for him has closets full of Yeezys. Everybody. You understand that? It don't take much to be president of the United States. Just tell a couple lies. You understand? If you a red guy, you're a Republican, just tell a couple lies and pander to the rednecks. If you a blue guy, you damn near in there. If you a half decent blue guy, you're in. You understand? You're in. Maybe you know what? So maybe Tukey killed one too many people. Just he was over the limit by one. Maybe by one. Just maybe. You know what I asked for? Hosea 4:6?
It's the book of Hosea, chapter 4, verse 6. My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge.
My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. That's the reason why we die. We don't know anything, good.
Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee.
I'm going to reject you. I'm going to reject you. Commander General YAHANNA then told black people, do not vote. Not only did you vote, you voted simply because people told you vote or die. So you don't have the fear of God. You have the fear of celebrities. You're afraid your favorite celebrity, you're afraid that you won't vote. And then LeBron James is going to get on Twitter and say, I'm disappointed in black people that didn't vote. And then you're going to ball up in your room and cry. You're going to ball up in your room and cry because Kanye is going to say, why didn't you vote for me? And you're going to be apologizing to Kanye West and promising him in 2024, I'm going to vote for you, Kanye. Give him our soda, Mike. That's what you're going to do. You're going to do that instead of just, having the fear of God in you. Be afraid of the Most High. So much so to the point that I won't choose who's over America. I won't do it. You know what I will choose? I will make a choice to be over my own nation. That's what I make. I'll make a choice to be a man who can be over 50, a man who can be over 500, a man who can be over 1,000. I will make that choice. I will not make a choice over which one beats my back more. Which one do I want? Do I want Biden beating my back or do I want Trump beating my back? I won't make that choice.
Yeah. Yes, sir. According to Deuteronomy 17 and 15, I believe, isn't that a sin? Isn't it a sin for us to vote?
Voting is a sin. Voting is absolutely a sin. Voting is disgusting. Voting, like if you vote, like you're not only voting, like imagine this. Imagine a Chinese person being happy. Like, no, you ain't gotta imagine nothing. When coronavirus happened and Africans lived in China, you know what the first thing Chinese people did? Said it's Africans' fault. They said it's an African virus. Nigga, you was the one eating bats. But the first thing that happened was, it is an African virus. Get them away from me. That is the first thing that they said. They would never let an African rule over China. Where's the African Chinese dynasty? Where is it? Where's the white Chinese dynasty? No, right? Can't find that. Where's the Negro Chinese dynasty? No, right? Mm-mm. You can't go to a foreign land and rule them. You can't. They will not. They'll all die. You understand that? They will all die fighting you. All of them. All of them will die fighting you. Every last one of them. You think I'm lying? Genghis Khan was them, and they still all died trying to fight Genghis Khan as he ran through Asia, taking everything. You have to vote for your own people. There's two problems with that. There's two things with that. Two conditions that come with that. The person you vote for has to actually be an Israelite. They can't be Obama. They can't be Obama. And then they have to actually be righteous. They have to actually follow God. They can't just be black. We have a bad habit of liking anything that's dark skinned. Lord knows why. Anything that is dark skinned, we just gravitate towards. They told that man to produce his birth certificate, produce his nationality every day he was in office. And we were satisfied with never knowing whether or not he was an actual Israelite. We were satisfied with whatever. White people were telling him, prove you black. You know what I'm saying? White people were saying, prove that you're black. He wouldn't. You wanna know why? Because he knows two things. He knows he did not grow up in Chicago. He knows his father is Kenyan. And he we all know his mother white, but he knows his father is Kenyan and not black. You understand? He said he was born in Hawaii. Am I correct, Dunya? He said he was born in Hawaii. Hawaii is where he was born at. So that makes him, you have to be born in the United States to be a president. But they were saying he wasn't born in the United States, and they had proof. They was telling him, produce your birth certificate and we'll leave it alone. He wouldn't do it. He wouldn't do it. Your president, your leader, the person who leads you has to actually be an Israelite. It has to actually be righteous. That's what they have to actually do. or else you fail. Or else you fail. And to my estimation, isn't it a high time we just vote for Christ? I mean, you done tried everybody. You put everybody else in office. You have this damn book in your house in like 13 different places. And you done tried everybody else except the man in this book. But you believe in him so much. Excuse me. You believe in him so damn much. You and your whole damn house believe in him so much. You eat the ham on Christmas to celebrate his birthday. You believe in him so damn much, but you refuse to make him the leader. You refuse. You eat ham on Christmas and say the ham is sanctified because you prayed. The 25th is Christ's birthday when it's not. And if it was, we don't celebrate birthdays in the Bible, which is just a double whammy. And then lastly, you voted. You believe in Christ so damn much. Christ is my king. I'm married to Jesus. Dang, you just stepped out on your husband, didn't you? You just had a little fling, a little affair with Joe Biden on the 4th, didn't you? It's all garbage. That's why it is garbage. It's garbage. And it's because we don't know nothing. That's why the Most High rejected us. That's why you want to see the ghetto don't get better in 4 years. It won't get better. Biden going to be up for re-election, and all his key talking points is going to be what he did for gay people and the laws or the bills he passed for black people, which you'll never see working together. That's going to be his claims to fame and why you should re-elect him if he even alive. If he's alive in 4 years. Read on.
I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me. Thou, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God, I will also forget thy children.
Since you forgot the law of God, why I gotta care about the little black babies in the ghetto?
Okay.
All I told you to do was don't eat shrimp. That's it. Don't eat the king crab legs, but you and this broad just keep eating these damn king crab legs. So why I gotta care about your babies? Why should I have to care about your health, your wellness, how good the ghetto was doing, whether or not you got food in your stomach, whether or not there's crack being pushed through your hood, when all I told you to do is don't eat the damn shellfish. That's all I said was don't eat shellfish. That's all I said. All I said was don't get shape-ups. Don't eat shellfish. Don't deal with white women. That's all I said. That's all I said. That's all I said. That's it. But you just couldn't listen. You couldn't. So no, I'm not going to stop them from putting crack in your neighborhood. And because the Most High rejected us, we ran to Joe Biden. That's why Jeremiah 3 says, like an adulterous woman. When your woman is a slut at heart, what happens is you ain't not giving me enough time. I'm going to run off to the side with old boy. Her excuse? What's her excuse? Not enough time with me. You ain't spend enough time with me. That's why I did that. I was lonely. So I had to step out. And that's how we treat the Most High. Here's the problem. The Most High not as weak as you. He's not as weak as you. The Most High, he ain't, nah. He ain't taking that as a come on back, baby. No. I done you.
If I could, probably the number one excuse is that they wasn't happy.
Yeah, they weren't happy. Okay. I wasn't happy. Like, I don't care. You weren't happy? You weren't happy? I forgot life revolved around happiness. I forgot integrity. The main thing with integrity was happiness. I forgot. I completely forgot. The Most High is not as gullible as you. You understand? He's not as gullible. He won't put up with that. He won't put up with it. That's why crackers in the ghetto right now. Because we voted for Joe Biden. That's why crackers in the ghetto. That's why there's gangs in the ghetto. That's exactly why. Because you voted. You thought you was voting to make it go away. By voting, you ensured it is staying for another 4 years. You just did that. You made sure it's staying for 4 years. Drop that. Give me Deuteronomy 30 and 10. This camera got the wild view for real. We gotta fill this little gap. So get it up.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 30, verse 10. I can have it. If thou shalt hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to keep his commandments and his statutes, which are written in this book of the law, and if thou turn unto the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul, for this commandment which I command thee this day, it is not hidden from thee, neither is it far off.
The law it's not out of your reach. We be acting like the law is so damn hard to get. You know what's hard to get? You know what you got to actually try to get and go through loopholes to get? A kilo. Go get a kilo. You go through loopholes. You got to dodge this. You got to test this. You got to make sure boy he ain't trying to get you on the back end. Make sure he ain't setting you up. Now you got to package it. Now you got to move it. Now you got a proper team to move it. A kilo is difficult.
Yeah.
Like a kilo is like it's a whole bunch. A kilo is difficult. It's difficult. You gotta make sure the money coming. It's coming so fast. You gotta make sure you don't blow the re-up. God and the Lord, damn, you get it on consignment. That's damn near, yeah. That's it for you. That's it. Blow your re-up on consignment. It is over. I done you.
And don't let somebody rob you or come up short on that money.
Go ahead and get robbed. Please go get robbed, and then find out how bad it is. Find out how horrible it is to go get a kilo, to have a kilo, to sell work. Go find out how bad it is to sell drugs and the consequences that come with it. Go find out, please. That's hard. That's hard. Finding the law is not hard. It's really not. Like, this is everywhere. The Bible is everywhere. It's everywhere. Like, I first came into the truth. I bought a Bible for $1. For $1. That ain't hard. That wasn't $17,000. That was $1. That was $1. You understand that? It ain't hard to go access that. But we pretend it is because it's easier to sin. That's what's easier. It's easier to sin. When you're lawless, what's stopping you? You understand that? Like, if you're lawless, there's nothing saying I shouldn't murder you because you're living by your own code. There's nothing saying you shouldn't vote because you don't have a God. You don't have somebody imposing something on you. You understand? Y'all should understand this, because when women run wild, women get on Instagram and act a damn fool. Ass everywhere. Everywhere. Every damn where. When you ain't got no head, you just killing every damn body and selling work to everybody and robbing everybody because ain't nobody tell you can't. Nobody said you can't. Sinning is easy. You understand? If somebody don't tell you do something, you probably finna do it. You understand that? If there's no law saying, like, if you think I'm lying, I'm gonna tell you this right now. If there's no law saying I can't do something, I can do it. You understand that? That's why there's a law. If there's not a law saying you can't eat horses, then meat coming from Mexico would be fine to eat. You understand that? The only thing stopping you from doing things is the law. That's it. It's the law. Another example of people making up their own laws in the world. How you will shun gay people, shun them. But you will go sleep with a white woman yourself. Yeah. You'll shun gay people. They don't like us, man, crazy, man. But you will go sleep with a snow bunny. You'll go sleep with a white person. You understand? Mama saw?
Yes, sir. You'll shun gay people. That's how you say it, sir?
Shun.
Shun. Okay. Salaki. You will shun gay people, but you'll turn around and go lay with another man's woman after he's already been in her.
Precisely. You understand? Like that ain't gay.
Gay.
Like that ain't gay. You understand? He was just in there, and now here you go coming behind him with the sloppiest of seconds. The law is there because there has to be order. There has to be order. There has to be. And the law is always right here. So your excuse can never, like, the excuse of I don't know, I never knew, it's only plausible now because we don't know who we are. Understand, like that is a plausible excuse for people because we don't know we Israelites. That's it. That is the only reason. Because there's no reason that a book that costs $1 is beyond you. You know, homeless people be having dollars, right?
Yeah.
So please, they have dollars. You gave them the damn dollar. Homeless people be having dollars. You got $1 to learn your law. That's all it takes is $1 to get the damn book and find a man of understanding to teach you properly. Read on.
12, sir. It is not in heaven
I'm gonna like this verse too. Go ahead.
that thou shouldst say, who shall go up for us to heaven and bring it unto us, that we may hear it and do it.
Hold on.
Neither is it
Hold on.
Salaki.
It is not in heaven that thou shouldest say, who shall go up for us to heaven and bring it unto us that we may hear it and do it. That is a Christian to the T. To the T, that is a Christian. Like, you don't got this Bible in your hand. Like, you don't read this every Sunday in church. It's far off. You got to wait till you die to be perfect. You got to wait to go to heaven. The Bible said no. The perfection you seek ain't in heaven. It's not. You don't got to wait till you go to heaven to get the perfection that you seek. It's not up there that you should say, well, bring it down, because we can't get it until somebody bring it down. The Bible is everywhere. The Bible is the most translated book in the history of mankind. It is published in every language on earth. You understand that? Do you understand that? The Bible is published in every language on earth. If you are a brother that live in Czech Republic and you speak Russian, nigga, the Bible is in your language, Salakia. The Bible's in your language. If you was over there for war, Lord knows, because we didn't, America didn't fought everybody. If you was over there, liked it, and they started living over there, the Bible's in your language. It is over there. Them brothers who had kids in Vietnam, yeah, we was over there doing a thing in Vietnam. The Bible's in Vietnamese. I promise you. The Bible's not far off. You know what's far off? You. You're far off. You are. Because you believe that voting for Biden is the equivalent of the Bible. Because how can you say Christ is my king and then vote for somebody saying they're going to bring real change? That means you don't believe in Christ. You don't believe he's going to come back and rule this earth. So, and if you do, so you telling me Biden is the one who's preparing for him? Is Biden preparing for Christ? No. Read on.
Come, sir. Neither is it beyond the sea that thou shouldest say, who shall go over the sea for us and bring it unto us, that we may hear it and do it.
Yeah, read on.
But the word is very nigh, Salaki, unto thee in thy mouth and in thy heart, that thou mayest do it.
The word is close. The word is close in your mouth. Like I can't tell you. We used to bring it up in class all the time. It ain't hitting my head right now because we ain't on the topic. All of the natural phrases that black people say throughout the day that come from the Bible, that's influenced by the Bible. when you talking to somebody, be like, man, please. That come from the Bible. That man calling somebody man, that's my man right there. That's from the Bible. That's son of man. You understand that? That's son of man. And because we're black and that's how we speak, we broke it down even further. Son of man was not some special term for Christ. He's not the only person that was called son of man. I think it was Elijah that was called son of man as well. He's not the only person that was called son of man. He's Elijah or Ezekiel, one of them. That was called son of man. We just broke it down further to man. That's my man right there. Oh, no, that's son of man right there. That would have been said 1,000 years ago. No, that's my man right there. That's my son right there. We broke it down to 2 different words. That's it. No, that's my son right there. That's my man's. It's the same thing. The Bible is even in your mouth every day. Every day. That ain't the only thing. The Bible's in your mouth every damn day. But you can't follow it. You can't follow. What else to say? And in thy heart. The Bible's in your mind. The Bible's in your mind all the damn time. What do you say all the damn time? Every time you want somebody to believe you. I swear to God. My word is my bond. Like your word means something. But my word is my bond. I swear to God. You got God in your mouth all damn day, every day, twice when you lying. You gotta be. You swear, you really only swear to God when you lying, ain't it? That's when you swear to God. When you lying. When you know somebody finna catch you lying, you gotta up the lie. Like, nah, I swear to God, that's what happened. Lying. On everything. Exactly. On everything. The Bible's in your mouth all the damn time, but you pretend it is far from you because it's much easier to be a sinner than it is to just obey God. To be lawless is simple because who's ruling over you? You make your own laws, your own rules. You make them as you go along. You wake up today, decide you want to sleep with white women, you can do that. You wake up tomorrow, decide white women off the menu, you can do that. Why? Because this is your law. You can do whatever you want with it. The same way America does whatever they want. Who the hell, like, how can you say America is a democracy, but you keep putting Republicans in office? Have you ever thought of that? You putting Republicans in office, but this is democracy. Wouldn't you think that it would only be different Democrats ruling? No. America believes that freedom is, we're a democracy, but we'll allow a little bit of Republicans. We'll allow a little bit of a republic lifestyle. Basically, that's the reason why you sin. Y'all love God. But I'm going to allow a little bit of pork. Because you're American. That's what Americans do. How the hell are you a democracy, but you put Republicans in office all the time? I think half the damn presidents was Republican. All you do is put Republicans in office. That's why, as a black person in America, all you do is half serve God. So you half serve God. You'll read the Bible, whatever the hell you like. Oh, I heard that term too. I eat the meat and leave the bones. That don't apply to the Bible. What the hell are you talking about? I eat the meat and I leave the bones. I take what's profitable unto me, and then I disregard the rest. So whatever you feeling, whatever you rock with, is what you're gonna keep from the Bible. But whatever rub you the wrong damn way, talking about some, oh yeah, you can't, you can't be gay, man. Yeah, that's wrong, man. That's wrong, man. Yeah, you can't sit with no white woman, man. That's wrong, man. That's wrong, man. I can't eat pork. Nah, I think that's why I stop at right there. I don't think the Bible is the book for me. I'm gonna just take those 2 things from this book. Then I'm gonna take this from the Quran. I'm gonna take this from Hammurabi's code, and I'm gonna make my own little thing that I follow on a day-to-day basis. It's garbage. It's garbage. The Bible ain't far from you. You far from the Bible. Read on, Mawasar.
Sir. Neither is it beyond the sea that thou shouldest say, who shall go over the sea for us and bring it unto us, that we may hear it and do it. But the word is very nigh, Salaki, unto thee and thy mouth, and in thy heart.
Where you at? You were all the way back up top. That's not it.
Oh,
You was at 15.
Oh, 15. It's like you
I'm
said.
wondering why I'm hearing the same thing. I'm thinking, I'm tripping. Good.
See, I have set before thee this day life and good, and death and evil.
Somebody give me Isaiah 59:1. You keep reading, though. Matter of fact, yeah, just give me Isaiah 59. Somebody give me Isaiah 59:1. I've set before this day life and good. 1 second. I've set before thee this day life and good, and death and evil. No. He can get that to the Bible. I'm done with that. This day life and good, and death and evil. Meaning what? That's the Republicans is death and evil, and the Democrats is life and good. No. Death and evil is voting in general. You vote, you want to die. You obviously want to die if you vote. Obviously. Because what president got in, like Kamala Harris got on camera and said, I'm not doing nothing for black people. Straight like that. Like straight like that. I got on camera, said, yeah, that's right. I'm running for vice president of the blue party that y'all like so much, but I'm not doing nothing for you. Election night, Biden got on camera. He said, now that I'm president, I know I ran like a Democrat, but I'm finna rule like an American. If that ain't, nigga, when the last time an American helped you? Please. When is the last time he said, I'm gonna rule like an American president? So to know how Biden's gonna rule, you know what you gotta do? Just go back in time. Just go back in time. Now you tell me the last president that helped you. Please. And don't mention Obama because he dark skinned. Because last time I checked, Obama the reason your son gay. You don't have an answer because there's no president that has ever helped black people. Biden getting on camera saying, I'm going to rule like an American president, even though I ran as a good Democrat, means I told you lies to elect me. Put me in office. You did it. Thank you. But now I will treat you the same way that Bush did. Now I will treat you the same way that Bush did. I will treat you the same way Clinton did. Go and bite in history, please. There's one thing Trump did say that made sense during one of their debates. He said, I ain't even been in politics that long and I did more than you. I'm better than you. He said, you've been in politics 47 years and what have you accomplished? And I started thinking like, damn, he's been in politics 47 years. It make you really think. So if this nut was around the whole time we going through the crack epidemic, we going through arrests skyrocketing in the 80s and 90s, we just dying, looking strung out on the damn streets all across America. Where the hell was you at then? What were you doing then? You were passing crime bills. So I'm supposed to believe now you got to change your heart. You're a better man now. That's why I said his claim to fame will be the gay community. Because if he helps the gay community that is ever growing and getting larger every second, who can say that he's wrong? Who can say he's a bad president? Nobody. Nobody's going to say he's a bad president if he helps the gay people. Nobody can do that. Because if he helps them, it's like, he did help them. We're going to forget all about everything he said during his presidency. We're going to forget about Kamala Harris talking about the pork chop stand with the hot sauce in her purse and she listened to Snoop in the 80s when Snoop ain't rap in the 80s. We're going to forget about, like Akim, we're going to forget about all that because in 4 years, when it's time for them to get reelected, it's going to be they help the gay community. That's what's going to matter to us. We're going to completely forget what they told us they would do for us or what they portrayed they would do for us. And the reason that we reelect them will be, look how they love gay people. They're tolerable. Somebody give me what I asked for.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 59, verse 1. Behold, the Lord's hands is not shortened that he cannot save.
The Lord's hands ain't short that it can't save you. You think that, oh, if there is a God, why he let this happen to me? Or why he let this happen in the earth? I can't believe in God. You sound like a damn crybaby. That's Isaiah 59. Sound like a goddamn crybaby. That's what you sound like. You sound like somebody who can't take accountability. You can't take accountability for your actions. You gonna blame God because you chose to get diabetes from what you eat. That's not lawful. You did that. How the hell you gonna blame God? Why would God make diabetes then? Like if it wasn't supposed to be had, why would God make diabetes? Diabetes is a curse. That's like saying if a curse is, hold your peace, all right. If curses are in the earth, shouldn't we get them? Does that make sense? No. Somebody say, if you do this, you're gonna die. Well, obviously, I should just die then, because if it's a curse, if it's in the earth, that means I should have it. You wouldn't think like that, would you? But because you sinful, disgusting, and want to do whatever the hell you want, and you couldn't resist the Thanksgiving ham, man, I found out about some couple years ago, the Thanksgiving turducken. They putting turkey inside a duck, inside a chicken. Leave me out of that, please. And I love, please. Like they stuff a damn chicken. I think it's a chicken inside the turkey, inside the duck. That's too much stuffing. That's too much stuffing. It's not proper. That's not okay. It's not okay.
Just on while you were saying that duck is unlawful.
Duck is unlawful. Duck is undamn lawful. The Chinese will feed it to you, but duck is unlawful. Duck is unlawful. That's what it is. Turducken. You couldn't resist the turducken. You couldn't. It's a lie. You couldn't resist the ham, and you ain't gonna be able to resist it on the 25th. But when you get diabetes and high blood pressure, you're gonna be questioning God why he do that to you. Like he didn't tell you don't eat that. He told you don't eat duck. And actually, just so you know, how you know duck is unlawful. Duck has webbed feet. Duck, I told you this last time. Duck has feet that's connected. So duck have three toes or whatever, and then they connected. Right. In the Bible, it says in Leviticus 11th chapter, if they have webbed feet, you cannot eat them. Yeah, I mean, so his hand ain't short that it can't see you. It's not like he can't reach you. He can reach you. You just run in opposite damn direction. That's the problem. Read on.
Colonel Khan. Neither is ear heavy that he cannot hear.
It's not that he can't hear you. He can hear you. He can hear, y'all be talking, like it says in the Bible that sinners don't get their prayers heard. You don't get your prayer heard as a sinner. His ear not heavy. It's not like he just can't hear you. His ear is heavy. God don't be listening. No, God don't be listening to you. He don't listen to you. Because every time you praying, you just came from being with some slut, some white woman. You just came from selling crack. You just came, who want to listen to that? Nobody want to listen to you. Who want to listen to that? Nobody want to listen to that. The Most High got people that actually obey his law, so he'll listen to them. When you obey the law, the Most High is inclined to listen to you. Said, oh, okay, he's not doing this, he's not doing that. Oh, he's doing this and he's doing that. And you pray he'll actually hear you. You understand? You drug dealers, I know y'all all too familiar with this. Your boy gets shot, you turn into a devout Christian. You praying all damn night, he make it through the damn surgery while you going to kill the people who did it. And then you confused why he died. The Lord, his hand ain't short, and his ear not heavy. He can reach you and he can hear you. He does not, because you are not worth the time. Read on.
Colonel Khan, verse 2. But your iniquities have separated between you and your and your power.
And your power.
Mm-hmm. And your sins have hid his face from you, that he will not hear.
Your iniquities separated between you and your Most High. That's all it was. Your iniquities caused separation between you. That's it. Your sins made him hide from you. He don't want to see that. He hid his face from you. He turned his face. That's what it meant. He's looking at you, you sin. Man, when the Most High is looking at you, he's protecting you. You understand that? So if he hides his face, whatever the hell happened, gonna happen. You understand? Whatever happens, happens. Read on.
Khan. But Salakia, verse 3. For your hands are defiled with blood, and your fingers with iniquity. Your lips have spoken lies. Your tongue have muttered perverseness.
Your tongue has muttered perverseness. I just saw your question on the YouTube. Ecclesiasticus like Proverbs. It is 100% like Proverbs. Ecclesiasticus is probably my favorite book. You can get like a wealth of wisdom from Ecclesiasticus. A wealth of wisdom. And it's like 40, 50 chapters in there. There's a wealth of wisdom in there. It's like Proverbs. But read that one more time, Nabaya.
Khan. But your iniquities have separated between you, Salakia, sir. Verse 3. For your hands are defiled with blood.
Defiled with blood, Gay.
And your fingers with iniquity.
All you do is kill. You juggle pork all day. You break the damn, you pull the pork apart, pull pork. You eating the damn pork chop. You killing people. Blood on your hands. You in the army for the white man. You in the streets for the. You think that's not for the white man? Please. You in the streets for the white man. You going to war overseas for the white man. Your hands are just full of blood and iniquity. That's why the Most High don't look at you no more. That's why he doesn't look at you. It's not that he can't hear you and he can't reach you. He looks at you and all he sees is the sins you keep committing. Nabaya.
Your lips have spoken lies.
Your lips have spoken lies. All you do is lie all the damn time. You can't be trusted. Like we said earlier, I swear to God, you was lying. You're just lying all the time. Get it?
Your tongue has muttered perverseness.
You've spoken perverse things. Perverse things. Like from fake Israelites to I don't heard everybody say this. That's why I'm gonna bring this up. Fake Israelites. I done heard battle rappers say this. I done heard Christians say this. If she old enough to cross the street, she old enough to get hit. Like now, of course, you're not talking about no lawful age. Of course, you know that. You know that. You know what I'm saying? You absolutely know that. I think I was like, my sister was about 12 when she started taking me to school, crossing the street by herself. Showed enough to cross the street, showed enough to get hit. You mutter perverseness like that out your mouth and then wonder why God don't hear you when you're on your deathbed at 20-something, at 30-something. Dying before you should. You understand? Dying before you should because everything that comes out your mouth is perverse. It's disgusting. It's not something the Lord takes delight in. It's not something he takes delight in, so he turns his face. He turns his face from you. Read on.
Khan. Your tongue, verse 4, none calleth for justice, nor any pleadeth for truth.
And that's the killer. Nobody calls for justice. And nobody pleads for truth. You wondering why, oh God, if this is God, I don't want to know God. God allow all this garbage. But nobody pleads for truth. Nobody actually seeks out God. Nobody wants to know God. You want to know what it's like to think you know God. That's what it is. You want the feeling of a righteous man. You wouldn't dare put the work in to be righteous, though. You want that feeling, that good old feeling. That's why Christians go to church. That good old feeling, if everybody dancing, everybody banging cymbals, everybody in the choir gay, well, then I just feel righteous. I feel fine. I don't feel bad that I'm gay because everybody else around me is gay. So how could I feel bad? That's why they gave those gay people that apartment complex. Because nobody's abused. Let me tell you something. If anybody's abusing gay people, it's gay people. You understand that? Look at their domestic violence rates. It's through the roof. It's much more than any straight couple from any race. Gay people go through the damn roof with domestic violence because they're sick here. They're sick here. You understand that? They're sick. That's why they got an apartment complex. They're a danger to them damn selves. That's why they got an apartment complex. Nobody's calling for justice. When you're around each other, everybody there gay, how could you possibly be wrong? How could you be wrong? Everybody's gay. So when they say that you are a threat to a gay person, you're a threat because you don't agree. Gay people, their mind is so unstable. Unless you absolutely agree with everything they do and say, they will break. They will break. You understand that? They will absolutely break and go crazy and commit suicide and cut their rod off and put a vagina there. They will break. They will break. That's the problem. None call for justice, nor any pleadeth for truth. Read on.
They trust in vanity
Mhm.
and speak lies.
Mhm.
They conceive mischief
Mhm.
and brings forth iniquity.
Mhm.
Verse 5. They hatch cockatrice, eggs, and weave the spider's webs. He that eateth of their eggs dieth.
He that eateth of they hatch dragon's eggs. I believe a cockatrice is a dragon. I'm trying to see it right now. Serpent-like creature with a rooster's head. So of course this is, mythological. Cockatrice, right? They hatch dragon eggs, basically. They hatch dragon eggs and weave the spider's webs. He that eateth of their eggs die, and that which is crushed breaketh out into a viper. Meaning they hatch just lies. Of dragon is seen as evil and destructive, right? Fire everywhere, breathes fire, destroys villages. They hatch those eggs. They bring evil into the earth. But you question, how could God possibly let such and such die? But you bring evil into the earth. You neglect the fact that y'all went around shooting everybody, and you question when you got shot. If this is God, I don't know, because this is the life I was born into. You can't question God if you run around shooting everybody. You got shot because you shoot people. That's it. That's what happened. You got high blood pressure because you eat pork. That's what happens. How could you blame God for that? When you put evil there. You put evil in your diet, so your diet gave you evil. Like, how hard is that to understand? It's not. It's not. The problem is we keep running away from God and running towards Obiden, Barack Obiden. You understand? We run towards Barack Obiden. That's what we do. We run there and we pray and hope to save us. When Biden does some outrageously disgusting things, it's gonna be a day to rejoice. Because I do pray that someday we see that our vote don't mean nothing as a whole. I do pray. I really do. Because it was like Obama was the great hope. He was the great hope, and then it failed. More black people are willing to admit, we all know, but now more of us are willing to admit that he was a big fail. He was a fail. What did he do? He has nothing tangible. He did Obama. Like the media keep telling you, he did Obamacare. You don't need better health care. The problem is you eat pork and shrimp and crab. So the health care that you got just will never work. It don't matter what pills they give you. You understand? That don't matter. Whatever pills they choose to give you won't work because you just keep giving. You're giving yourself high blood pressure. You understand? I'm taking pills to bring my blood pressure down, and I'm gonna eat something that's gonna give me high blood pressure. You will never get better. Obamacare is not going to fix that. So you are realizing that Obama did nothing at all. And he was like the great black hope. So now it's like, where do you go from here? They put Trump in office. It was damn near like they put Trump in office just to get you to hate. Like hate the red side or hate politics so much or hate. Let me tell you how they twisted your mind up. I'm gonna tell you how. They gave you Obama, the great black hope, but made sure he did nothing for you. Made sure he did nothing for you. Then put Trump in office, a white man, who even if we don't admit it, we know that they're our enemy. We know that. From the police killings to slavery to lynching, we know that, right? So they give us one of the most openly racist white people on that platform ever. He is probably the most openly racist president ever. Said, I'm going to build a wall. Haiti's a shithole country. Like he's openly telling you, like, nah, I don't get down like this. I don't like this. Openly, he'll just tell you, he won't hide it. They gave you him, so now it's like, how dare he be bold enough to say he hate me in public? How dare he? I hate him. So now, when it's time for you to vote for the next white president that's on the blue side, you'll vote and you'll give him 80 million votes. You understand? And now your hope, like they got your hope back up. Obama brought your hope to zero. You think Trump was going to kill it? No, Trump gave you more hope because you knew in 2016, you knew in 4 years, I don't care what the other person, I don't care who the other person is. I am voting against him. I don't care if they say it's going to be Trump or a cricket. I am voting for the insect. That's what you said in 2016. So then 2020 came and you did it. And now you have all this hope for Biden. All this hope. When I literally, I didn't follow it like I really, really care, but I followed it enough. And I still can't tell you what he said he was going to do. I really can't. I can't. I can tell you all the snide remarks they made at each other, all the disrespectful things they called each other, but I can't tell you what either one of them said they was really what either one of them really said they was going to do. I can't tell you. I cannot. Y'all understand that? You bring evil into the earth, don't blame God. So you voted for Biden and you got your hopes up now because you had Trump for 4 years. So bad. Boo-hoo. Good. Have your hopes up. It's perfect for them to crush it again. It's perfect. It's perfect. There's no room to hide it anymore. You understand that? Obama tried to hide what he was trying to do for gay people because he ain't want to really do it on the open like that. But Biden then there forced his hand. He ain't really want to get into that. He ain't really want to do nothing for gay people. And then when he did do it, you had to search through the damn internet, the backlogs and all that to find that damn story on what he did to them young teenage Black and Hispanics, funding the anal study on them. I had to search the damn internet like crazy for that. But best believe, with Biden, what you gotta hide? If they just gave the Alphabet Boys their own apartment complex, what else is there to hide? Nothing. He can be open. See how Trump was openly racist? Watch Biden be openly pro-gay to a point where it is shocking. You're gonna be sitting there shocked. You think Pride Month is bad? You think Pride Month is bad? First it was Pride Day. Now June is just Pride Month. Just wait and see what Biden got in store for you because we voted for Barack Obiden. All right. That being said, so over the time limit, I'm gonna wrap this on up. All right. Any other questions or comments y'all bring in next week? All right. In the Israelite Mudjim. Israelite Mudjim Shabbat. Like Mudjim. Barack.
Yahweh Shem Yahshua.